Hello, 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 my loves. Not exactly sure who is on. I know that my queen mother is doing a live right now, but I had to jump on here between readings because I got a little word for y'all. My just lay this word down real quick, and then I will go on about my day. Hi. I don't see my comments. What's up? Hold up, guys. Hey, Latanya. Hey, Rough Silk. Hi, ladies. I got a little word to drop before I got to do my next reading. So I came on. Can you guys hear me? Drop a little yes if y'all can hear my voice because I got the headset on, but I don't know if it cut off. Hey, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, yay or nay, y'all. Because I don't want to be talking and y'all can't hear shit I say. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Okay, great. Thank you so much, let's be honest. Okay, guys, so I wanted to come on here and give this message because Spirit really just put it on my heart to say a couple of things. Okay, I got some things that's, I got to say it with my chest. I got to get it off my chest before I got to do the next reading today. So, it's 7 of y'all on here. That's my favorite number. I'm going to go on and say what I got to say. So, basically, the message that I have today is you don't have to choose, okay? So, basically, you don't have to choose. This is concerning religious gifts or religions, spiritual practices, and things like that. I don't want you to think that you have to choose. You do not have to choose between being spiritual or having a religion if that's what you choose to do, okay? Or even you don't even have to choose spiritual practices or spiritual beliefs and things like that. I'm going to tell y'all a little story. So, a couple years ago, back when, hi Michelle, hey niece. Back when I didn't do oils yet. Hello Kiana, hi Latoya. Hey girl. But back when I didn't do oils or anything, well, when I didn't have my oils being offered to the public. I was making them, but I was just making them and using them for myself, right? I was going through a process of trying to reconcile my religious beliefs or things that I was brought up with. Hi, Nisi. The gifts that I was brought up with, that I was born with, and things like that. I was going to Spirit and going to God about it and asking if it is okay for me to do these things. Asking why is it that I have these gifts, and is this, me being a reader and things like that, something that I'm supposed to be doing. Hi, Nisi. So then I got my answer, my personal answer, which was basically, yes, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and don't let nobody tell me different. So then I went on about it, but I still had my things. Hey, Kiana. Hey, boo. Hey, Nisi. So I still had my reservations about it. I still had an issue with it or whatever. I didn't say anything to anybody, but I was like, okay, we're going to figure this out. Spirit, God already told me, God, source, spirit, whatever you want to call the Most High or the Creator. But I was already told that that I'm supposed to go places where other people choose not to go and show that God's love is everywhere. Was it that His love is within all of us? Hi, B. Ray. So that's one, responsibility that the Most High and my spirit team charged me with. Actually showing that even with somebody doing something that someone would consider witchcraft, that it is still, the intent that matters. Hold on, y'all, my little stuff for my kits and stuff, right? So basically, I still was going through some things internally about root work. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I make my own oils, but that's good. I made my little jars for myself. I did my little thing for years before that. And my petitions and my prayers and stuff like that on my own in a private way. But I definitely did not think that I would be offering it to anybody, nor was I trying to. Okay, fast forward. Hi, honey. Hi, Faye. So fast forward, I get a reading from someone that I admire a lot. Her name is Dr. LaCara Foster. She is a minister, and she's the first minister to be inducted into, psychic medium to be inducted into a Christian church as a minister, right? So here we have this pastor that has gifts that I have, that is working in, hi Geechee, working in her calling and things like that. And she is a reader, right? She don't do cards or whatever. She's just, off the dome, what some would call in Christian churches a prophet, right? But she does not call herself that, right? I mean, she's okay with being called that, of course, because essentially, a lot of things in Christianity are renamed, but we ain't even gonna get into that right now. But what I'm saying is I get the reading from her. For whatever reason, it was very odd how it happened. And it was just like, it was just divinely orchestrated while I still had these questions in my head, right? So my grandmother, I lost my grandmother. She was my spiritual advisor. She was my spiritual teacher. And when I was younger, she used to tell me, she would lean over in my ear and tell me to come here whenever, people got into conversations about religion and, beliefs and stuff like that. And, who's more godly and who, is going to go to heaven and whatever have you. She would lean over and tell me, "Aw, thank you, Faye. I thank you so much." I do. A lot of times I cry so much because I can't believe I'm where I'm at right now. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, things like that. I'm just completely blessed. So we're not even gonna, we're gonna get into this. So my grandmother used to lean over to me, grab my hands and call me a healer, tell me I'm a healer and things like that. And then when somebody was like arguing the fact about which religion is better, which religion is more, godlike and things like that, she would lean over to me and tell me, "Let me tell you something. Come here, let me tell you something." Because this is how she used to do it. Anybody that know her, she'll, "Come here, let me tell you something." So I'll lean over. I'll be like, "What, girl?" Because that's my friend. My grandmother was my friend. And she is still in spirit. So she would be like, "They all wrong." I said, "They all wrong?" She said, "Even my religion." I said, "What?" She said, "It ain't about how you get there. It's the fact that you get there. It don't matter what you call him or what you call God, as long as you're seeking the face of God or the ultimate happiness and the good, being a good person and really just trying to help people as much as you can, right?" So I'm like, "They all wrong." She's like, "They all wrong. Everybody right, but they wrong at the same time. Everybody's trying to, get to, nirvana, trying to get to that place where they are." Yes, Tiffany. Yes, my grandmother was the mother of the church. My grandmother was the head of the Pastors Aid Society. My grandmother laid hands and snatched illness. My grandmother knew a whole bunch of stuff. She believed in past lives. She believed in reincarnation, okay, because we are native, okay? And I just admired her so much. I have 4 daughters. When I gave birth to each one of my children, what we did in the family was we would take our children as soon as they were born to her house for her to offer them back up to God, right? To pray over them and look at them and look them in the eyes. Hi, Ty. And look them in the eyes. Hi, Naya Simone. Okay, God consciousness. Exactly, Geechee. So she would look at them, hold them, and she would tell me if they've been here before, how many times they've been here before, whatever their energy was, and then she would offer them back. She would even tell me what it was that they were going to be doing. Yes, my grandmother too, Tiffany. My grandmother and my grandfather. Yep. So basically she would just tell me like, "Oh, my oldest daughter," she was like, "She been here before. Hey, Yana Boo, hi, Raquel." So she'd be like, "She been here before. She's been here before." And she is. My daughter, my oldest daughter is 22. She's very, very wise, very responsible, bougie, because, she was a princess in her past life. But, honey, my essence is the bomb. And then my second, third, fourth, she would tell me about each and every one of them. Tell me their gifts and all that stuff. right? So I say this to say she used to tell me they all wrong. Every religion is wrong, but they have the right idea or the right consciousness that they're after, that they're trying to seek and strive to be close to, or to be more like God. Okay, so my thing is, that being said, I get the reading from this psychic medium pastor, right? And I'm like when I tell you, to this day, if she speaks something over my life or she inboxes me, I immediately get emotional. I start seeing what it is that she said. Like, this lady is on point, like to the point where she got the initial of my twin flame. I didn't tell her. She channeled my grandmother when I read her, right? Gave me her birthday, gave me her death date, and then told me about something that I did on her death day anniversary. I released balloons and flowers. Thank you, Nisi. Yes, she is. I released balloons and flowers and things like that. I wrote on the Valentine's Day balloons because she died right before Valentine's Day, and I wrote on those. I spoke to her through the balloons, and that's a whole nother story. I got the video somewhere. But long story short, I knew when she was leaving. She sat, hi Jessica, she sat inside of my body and then heightened my gifts because ours are identical. I have the same gifts as my grandmother. So what she said was, you're gifted just as she was. You're like, you guys have the same gifts or whatever. And, basically confirmed that she really did give me, strengthen my gifts. And she did come and say goodbye, which is what I knew. And basically she said, thank you for the roses and the balloons and the cake for her birthday and for her, transitional day that I did a little something for her, right? So then she also mentions my daughter. I have a third daughter named Trinity. My daughter Trinity is a medium. She don't really necessarily know it yet. She's 16. She's still trying to learn those things. But she mentioned, she's more of a medium out of everybody. And she is. All of my daughters have my gifts, but she's very strong. Like, she sees spirit and she listens to them. She doesn't really know why, but she listens to them. So she was telling me how she's a piece of work and, all of the stuff, because she's going to be a fashion designer and stuff. So she's like, she's a piece of work. And so she does the reading. She tells me some things that happened. She told me my business was going to pick up September to December. It absolutely did. From the remainder of 2020, every single thing that she has told me has come to pass, right? Towards the end of the reading, she says to me, now, this is in my head. This is in my spirit. I'm not saying anything to anybody. She said, oh, and one more thing she has to tell you. I said, what? She said, you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. She said, between your root work and your beliefs and your relationship with God, you do not have to choose. Hi, Chari. Hey, girl. So she told me I basically don't have to choose. So this lady, who I know for a fact that was channeling my dead grandmother, went and confirmed something that I was thinking in my head, like, well, what do I call myself? Like, what am I practicing here? Like, what do I do here? Because I have a lot of things. I'm eclectic, right? So I thought that I had to choose something. I had to say if I was a witch or a root worker, or if I was going to go into, something else, or do any practices from Ifa. I had to go be initiated, and I couldn't do the things that I was thinking about with Christianity that I know work for me, right? Hi, Deja, honey. Thanks for checking in. Hope you got your earphones in. You know how to. But yeah, so basically, she just said to me, you don't have to choose. Listen, let me tell you something. The oil started. It was so funny because when she was alive, I used to say, my grandmother used to go to Jerusalem and Israel. Okay? And she used to go to Israel and get blessed oil, right? She used to go to the temples and get the blessed oils and all of that. So she would come home. And girl, I'll be on the first thing book, and I had me a big old bottle waiting for my oil. I needed my oil, right? So my grandmother passed, and I think around this time was probably a year into her being gone, and I'm almost out of the oil. I used to tell her, like, I used to go to her, right? Okay, Faith? So I used to go to her. Okay, yep. That's right. Geechee, I'm there for you, baby. Trust. So I used to say to my grandmother when she was alive, like, Grandma, I'm running out of oil. I need some more oil. I need some more. She's like, baby, you could do it yourself. What you need me for? You don't need me. Hi, Bridget. You don't need me. What you need me for? You don't need me. You can make it yourself. But since you want it from me, you can get it. But you can make it yourself. He said, one day I ain't going to be here no more. And you'll be able to make it yourself. I said, well, Grandma, I don't know how to do that. She said, breathe life into what it is that you want. Take that oil. She was like, I don't care if it got nothing but olive oil. You speak into it and it's going to do exactly what it is that you say that you need it to do for you. You don't need me. Your prayers are just as powerful as mine. God bless you with the ability and the gifts to do so just as much as he did me. You don't need me. And then I was like, okay, well, I need you to come and pray over my house. Because she used to do that. We have her come in. She run whatever the hell up in there, out of there. Boy, she walked through, just touch the walls, touch the people falling out. You think you at revival or something like that, right? Whatever the issue is, I used to go to her for everything. And she'd come through the house and cleanse it, and then that's it, right? So then I'm sitting there. She said, you can do this yourself too. You don't even need me to do that. But hey, since I'm here. Okay? That's right, Andrea. Bless your own house. Bless your own oil. So she kept telling me. So I was sitting there one day and I ran out and I was so upset. And I heard her say to me, clear as day, make it yourself. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know how to do this, Grandma. Like, I'm going to need your help. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to need your help. And she's like, yes, you do. Cut that out. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I get the oil. I start speaking into it. And trust me, it was powerful. You understand? And I got in my house because during that time I was going through some things, okay? And I went in my house. Yes, you did. So she said to me, you go on ahead. So I went in that house. There was so much energy in my house. Hi, Renee, sis. It was so much bad energy in my house going on. My ex-wife had just left. I was going through a divorce. It was abusive. The girl almost killed me. All kinds of stuff, right? And yes, that's right, Sherry. So I'm in that house and I'm like, no, this energy got to get up out of here. Okay? You getting up out of here. When I tell you I took that oil, okay, and I went off. You hear me? Up in that house, by the time I was done, I could have went to sleep on my floor. I was so peaceful. Like everything, I just took it. I said, Grandma, I'm channeling you. Let's go, girl. We getting this. Okay. So we did. And it's working. It's a blessing. You do not have to choose between what it is that you feel that you need to do in your spirit. Whether you using oil, whether you using water, you blessing the water and you cleaning your house with it. You understand? Pray over your mop water, sister. Sweep your floor and open your door and tell anything that's not supposed to be in there to get the fuck out. You hear me? That's what you do. Get it out and then slam that door and lock it, just like she told me. You understand? I got a whole bunch of stories where she told me to do something and I did it and it saved my life. Okay? So you do not have to choose. I don't care if you go to church every single Sunday, honey. Okay? Every single Sunday. Don't let nobody tell you can't use herbs. Because it's all up and through the Bible. God made it. You can use it. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't use oil to bless your household and bless yourself and heal yourself. Don't let nobody tell you you can't lay hands on your illness. You don't have to choose. I do some witchy shit, some root worker shit, some shaman shit. I like some baths from Ifa. I like some baths from Santeria. I like some voodoo shit a little bit. I don't do it too much because, I respect the religion and I'm not initiated. So, but let me tell you, honey, like as long as you speak life into your life will flourish. When you speak death, death comes upon you. Period. Don't let nobody make you feel like you cannot move mountains in your life because the God that is in you and in your spirit has the power to do all things. I love me some hoodoo, honey. Let me tell you. It's in my blood. Mississippi girl. New Orleans girl. You hear me? It is what it is. She done taught me things that I just did it. I just did it. Okay? I didn't ask no questions. But now that she gone, now that she dead, this is why your ancestors are so important. Now that she gone, I know her better than I could have ever known her in life. And she got she rubbing on my shoulder. I feel like goosebumps. She right behind me. I know you see her. Okay? I know her better than I could have in life. Because now she teaching me. She picking me up. Every oil that I got is made by them. A lot of people, I ain't know nothing about herbs. Let me tell you, I put herbs in my oil. I ask questions later. That's the thing. They said, take this, put that, put this, put that, put this, do that, do this, use that, mix that with this oil. And then I looked it up. And was like, okay. Yes, Nisi. Hi, Rashanta. I'm telling you. Like, you gotta be spirit-led in anything spiritual. Understand that. Spirit-led in anything spiritual. Like, if you sitting over there and you just want to know something. You just want to be able to say you doing something. And you're not really getting yourself in the spirit. It's no point. I take an hour before each reading. I meditate. I pray. I do a pre-shuffle. I talk to my spirit team like, listen, I'm going to need y'all to tell me. I'm going to need you to bring through they people. Okay? I need permission. That's why I ask for y'all data. Anybody got a reading from me? I ask for name and date of birth. You're going to give me permission to deal with your spirit because I'm not just going to do that. That's disrespectful. Hi, Rika. Hi, Sky. That's what you need to understand. But don't you let nobody tell you that you have to choose. You do not. Okay? I walk around all day long. When I used to work, when I was in the field and I was working, hi Ish, I used to sit there and I feel somebody's sickness. I feel somebody's sadness. I feel somebody's depression. And I just come over and rub on their back and pull it off. And like, you know what? I just feel so much better when I talk to you. That's because I got that shit up off of you. But you don't have to choose, man. You just don't. And I'm so thankful to Dr. LaCaro for even just clearing that up for me. Because I was saying, go on my website, Faye. IamToyaTarot.com. Look at the readings and then you hit me up, sis. I got you. Okay? Let me tell you. Okay? You do not have to choose. None of that. To manifest the life that you want, to speak life into your life, you don't have to do a damn thing. But be you. And make sure you keep your connection to the Most High. In whatever way that you want to do that. In whatever way that you want to call the Most High. You know, you can say God is God. Universe. You know, Most High. Creator. Whatever it is that you want to call. But guess what? He is all things. She is all things. Therefore, there ain't no name that you can call them that they won't answer to. Other than some other BS. But we ain't going to go there. Okay? Look, Bianca. Faye know me. Faye know me since I... 17. Okay? But that's what you need to understand. You don't need to conform. You don't need to conform. You don't need to pledge allegiance to nothing. The Most High, your ancestors, these are things that matter. Your spirit team, okay? Wherever you're led after that, then that's where you go. But don't you let nobody make you feel like you wrong for doing anything or practicing anything. Jesus was on the ground, walking with the people. He was over there with the whores and the prostitutes and the killers and the rapists and everything, ministering to everybody. Okay? If you want to be more Christ-like, then you need to understand that it's with the people that your salvation is going to come. Religion is man-made. Salvation is God-given. Period. Whatever, if you believe in deities and things of that nature, whatever it is, that's for you and the Most High to handle and take care of. That ain't my business or you. I don't give a damn what. I love you anyway, sis. I love you anyway, bruh. Period. Because I am the light. Because the light resides in me. It resides in me. You don't have to choose. People be all the time asking me, "Oh, Toya, what do you consider?" I do a whole lot of hoodoo, a little bit of witchy shit. You know what I'm saying? Little bit of shamanism. I believe in those practices because they were passed down to me. And even if they weren't, if it's in your spirit, do you, boo boo? But I go where my soul sings, right? Where my spirit is happy and is fed. You understand? That's it. I ain't nobody else. Yes. That's where I go. That's where I was saying, like, I was called to go there. Me and the Most High had a sit down because I was really wrestling with it for a little while. And I was told, you are to go where people, like, in religion and things like that will not go, where they think the unlovable reside. Because I met more people that believe in God that do witch shit and hoodoo and voodoo than I did when I was in church every Sunday. You understand? But people don't know that because they so busy judging. Hi, Dom. They so busy judging. They don't know that. They don't know that a lot of these people are more anointed and more gifted than some of the pastors in the pulpit. More clean and God-fearing and lovely, just lovely people. Okay? So you don't have to choose. 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 That's number one. The second thing that I want to say, because I got my nieces on here, I got all of my people. Let me tell you something. If you have to ask what your calling is, then Spirit is not ready for you to know yet, sweetheart. Stop running around here like, what am I called to do? What am I called? You're going to let somebody speak any motherfucking thing into your life. And you're going to be running around here running after a calling that they said, any, many, mighty, mo. Okay, you a motivational speaker. That's what you do. Again, remember I said, anything spiritual needs to be spirit-led. You understand? Including your calling. Work on healing you. Work on strengthening your relationship with your ancestors in the Most High. Work on being the best person you could be. Removing negative energy. Breaking chains and bondage that's in your life so your kids don't have to deal with your bullshit. And watch the calling come to you. Watch the calling come to you. You understand me? You don't have to ask nobody. How they gonna tell you? This is your calling. This is what you're called to do. They can't tell you. Just like people can't tell me. I've never in my life, I've had past life readings where people came and told me what my past lives were, but I already knew that, sis. Anything that a reader tell you, anything that a person tell you, you should already know. It's supposed to be some confirmation, sis. Like we're not over here, you know, like, yeah, we'll sprinkle a little bit of premonitions or prophetic messages to you about things that are on their way. But for the most part, you need confirmation. Okay, hi, Mama Sanawata. It should be confirmation. I'm not here to give you nothing that you don't already know. Let me tell you something. If you got to do something, you got to heal, or you got to do certain things to get on your path or your journey or your calling or whatever it is that you're supposed to do, Spirit ain't going to let your ass rest until you do what you're supposed to do. So guess what? Me as the messenger, because I know that's what I'm called to do, the messenger going to give your ass the message. And then if I hang up the phone and you still don't listen, okay? If you still don't listen, that's fine. But guess what? When I hang out with you, you're activated, boo. So everything you do that is not in alignment, you're going to have problems. And trust me, I'm not telling you nothing I don't already fucking know. I've been a medium since I was 5 years old. I didn't want to be no medium. I didn't want to be no reader. Hi, Alicia. I didn't want to be no conjure person. I ain't want to do no oils. I ain't want to offer nothing to nobody because people make me sick. Most of the time, I don't like them like that. I love people, but I don't like them like that. Because don't nobody want to hear no message. People want a yes man. So I ain't want none of that. You understand? But guess what? When Spirit got ready for me, and my grandmother said that, like, don't worry. Keep on smoking that cigarette. Don't worry, girl. I used to drink the thought juices, bitch. Okay. Me and the watermelon thought juices or the peach thought juices just because it was something cheap real quick and got me a little bent. I think it's cracking that shit, by the way. So don't y'all drink it no more. But I'm just saying. I used to drink the thought juice. Okay? And she used to tell me, don't worry about it, baby. When God get ready for you to do what you're supposed to do, you won't be able to do none of that. And boy, did she... Listen, after that lady set her soul in mine, I couldn't touch nothing. And to this day, I still can't touch nothing that's going to lower my vibration and take me away from being able to channel and do messages. Okay? So don't worry. Don't even worry yourself about that. If it's stuff that you're doing that you feel like you shouldn't be doing or you don't want to do no more, just speak to it. I specifically said, God, I need you to take this away from me. I need you to scare me, but don't take my life. Scare me and make me think my life is going to leave me and stop me in my tracks. And that's what happened. I thought I was going to stroke out every time I took a couple pulls of a cigarette. So it got smaller and smaller and smaller. I give me a little, I used to get the little 100s and then smoke half of it. Panic attack, panic attack, panic attack. I think I'm having a heart attack. I don't know what the fuck going on. I got activated. I was speaking it into myself. Every time I lit it, I'm like, oh, Lord, please just take. I ain't saying, oh, I'm so horrible. I can't do it. No, I was like, please, can you take this away from me? I understand that it's an addiction. I understand that it's an attachment. And I ask that you break the chains. Okay? And it happened. But I had to let go of something because I was a drinker, baby. I could drink you under the table. You hear me? What? Me and Bacardi, I love me some vodka. Light, because I can't do dark because I'll bust you in your fucking head if I drink some dark liquor. Okay? But I love me some drink. But I had to put it down. I was told I can't have one, I can't get rid of one without the other. You understand? I know y'all know when you smoke cigarettes, honey, you have a little drink. That whole pack gone by the next fucking morning. You be like, where the fuck all my cigarettes go? Because you getting that buzz. That cigarette give you that little buzz. That nicotine in there make you a little extra lean. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to be like, listen. Okay, I need y'all to move this for me because it's not leaving on its own. I can't do it. I think I can't. But I asked. And then I called on my grandma. She wasn't even all the way transitioned yet. But she taught me how the soul leaves the body and starts to make a transition before they're completely gone. Okay? She told me how she's not in her body at that time. So I was speaking to her spirit before she even transitioned. So I said, I need your help, girl. You know I love you. And she tell me all the time, you got my face. Girl, your mother ain't had nothing to do with you. She just had you. So I said, I looked in the mirror and I just spoke to it. I kept speaking to it. That's all you can do. You can heal yourself. You have to believe that the healing is going to happen. And then you also have to not beat yourself up. Be willing to learn, fall, and get back up. I'm a teacher forever in a day, but I'm also a student. I'm also a student. And I'm entirely spirit-led. So it bothered my spirit to not say this. So I had to get it out. My queen mother was live. And I wanted just so badly to sit up there and just love up all of the stuff and comment. But I was like, no, I got to do it. I got to get it off me. Okay? If you have to ask what your calling it is, it's just not time for you to know yet. Don't be in such a rush, honey. Because when it's time for your calling, and you're going to have to be stripped naked. You're going to have to be put out and taught lessons, honey. You're going to have to hurt, have anxiety, sleepless nights. This shit ain't fun. Y'all think it's cute? Oh, because you think it look easy, right? Like, you know how many times I'll be knocked the fuck out? And spirit wake me up like, get up and do this. Go make that oil. You ain't do that money manifestation today. Go over there and shake them jars. Go over here and do this. Open them readings back up. Or stop them readings. Okay? I appreciate the gift. I appreciate the calling. I appreciate all of it. But however, it is not fun. I done lost homes, marriages. My kids moved out and wanted to go live with their daddy. You understand? I lost jobs because I wasn't supposed to be working for nobody and I didn't want to listen. I decided I wouldn't do what I was called to do because my kids live with me and now they don't. You will be pushed to the breaking point, to the edge of sanity. I was told that I had a nervous breakdown. That's how similar an awakening is to losing your mind. Okay? Here, hello? And it ain't, you don't just have one. Ding, ding, ding. There go another little tidbit for you. You don't just have one awakening. It might become easier for you because you know a little bit kind of what to expect. But honey, it ain't over. Even after the fat lady sing, that shit ain't over. When you elevate, you go through some more stuff. Imagine spirits just yelling at you. Just yelling at you. Okay, Chari, I was like, listen, I said to the lady, I said, please don't commit me. She said, we gonna, if you don't go somewhere. I had to drop what I was doing with my kids and everything and go somewhere and try to get myself together or I was gonna be in somebody's straitjacket. Listen, y'all need to understand. Don't go and try to get nobody else to speak over you and tell you what it is you called to do. Let your spirit lead you. But when your spirit does lead you, okay, listen immediately. I don't give a damn how crazy it sounds. You listen. Because, honey, being made it makes it 10 times worse and 10 times harder. You understand? But don't be rushing yourself and thinking other people can tell you. Spirit gonna tell you. God gonna tell you. Your ancestors gonna tell you. They're gonna lead you right where you need to go. Because I politely thought I wasn't gonna be doing nothing with no root work. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just read cards. You know. Then my panic attacks will stop like the priestess told me when I got my reading. That's the only time they're gonna stop because these spirits behind you, you're not listening to. So I thought listening to the spirits that was following me since I've been 5 years old, because they've been following me that long, because I was like, y'all gonna have to shut up. Only tell me if somebody pregnant. You can do that. You can, ask your spirit teams to how to give you messages and stuff like that. We'll get into that later as well. Again, when I do classes and stuff like that, either y'all get on it or you don't. But whoever need the message is gonna get the message point blank into the period, just like they getting it now. But let me tell you something. You ain't got no choice when it's time for your calling. But you better listen, because if you don't, you know how you used to get, when you was little, you used to get a whooping, right? And then you be running all over the place and your mother tell you to be still and take them licks real quick. But you decided because it hurt so bad, you went, ow, and you ran, and then she whooped your ass harder. That's how spirit is. Either you gonna take them licks without them having to grab you and hold your ass still, or you gonna get whooped harder. But when spirit tell you, you listen immediately. I thought I was just gonna be reading cards, legit. I thought that was gonna help me, and it did for a little while. Reading cards and reading people and helping myself first, helping myself to understand myself first, and my gifts, and learning that about myself helped. Dom, I love you too. Okay? Period, Chari. You don't want them to do that. Okay? So my thing is, that helped. And it helped my panic attacks for a little while. But when spirit got ready to elevate me, it got harder. The panic attacks came back. the sleepless nights and being woken up and people coming to me asking me for the same thing. Like, okay, prime example, ancestor readings. I didn't do them, right? And I was like, I didn't want to do them. I speak to people's spirits all the time, the ancestors. I just don't. Why I gotta get this message like that, right? So I didn't think I needed to add that. I was like, no. People hit my inbox. You do ancestor readings? Like, no, baby, I don't do ancestor readings. Okay, that's fine. So one of my teachers that I love to learn from, Kalinda, said on status, I'm not doing ancestor readings anymore. If you want to go get them, I'm number one on the list. Go to Toya Tarot. Tag me, okay, for an ancestor reading. Now I got like 12 people in my inbox. You do ancestor readings? I'm like, no, I don't do that. I wish that I could, help you. I don't do that. So Spirit kept at me until I added it. So now I do them. I haven't done the first one yet, but whatever, whenever Spirit is ready, they're going to do it. But that's what I'm saying. Or like, I'm going to do some things where I help some women. It's coming to fruition soon, right? Non-for-profit and things like that. Energy shaking you from behind while you was in bed. Okay, it was aggressive. That's what I'm saying. Like, Spirit not playing with y'all ass. Okay. So then I'm supposed to do something where I'm helping young women, right? And during this time, it was like very heavy. Spirit was very heavy. God was very heavy on me about it. So he would put people in my way, like a girl running away from her abusive boyfriend, or somebody that's, need help with feeding their child or something like that. It was just like repeatedly. And it kept happening. They pause right now because they're trying to get me into a space where I can actually start it. But y'all need to understand that it's just like when it's divinely appointed and you're called to do it, okay, and you're called to do it, you ain't gonna get no sleep. Listen, Kalinda is amazing. Kalinda has gave me an ancestor reading and went in on me about some stuff that I was again ignoring, okay. And it's just like, she's amazing. She really is. I love her to death. I call her Teach. That's her name for me, Teach. I got Queen Mother. That's Brigitte. I got Teach. Okay. I got the Piesta, Dr. Lucara, who gave me the reading and spoke life into me and let me know I did not have to choose between my spiritual practices and what I believe, regarding God. Y'all need to know. And then I got my ancestors, I got my peeps, I got my fams, I got my spirit team. I got, my assigned angels is what I call them. They assigned to me. I got my assigned warriors. I got all of that. I walk with 1 million trust, period. But guess what? I just wanted y'all to know that you don't have to choose. And you don't have to wonder or ask anybody. Shari, listen, girl, I'm going to get my feet wet, but I got you. But you don't have to choose or label yourself as anything, okay? And if you have to ask what your calling is, it's not time for you to know. Focus on you. Focus on your energy. Focus on your spirit. You have to get your vibration to a certain level anyway for it to be shown to you. Or spirit just have to be legit ready to just drop some bombs in your motherfucking life, because that's what it is. That's what it feel like. I've been clairaudient most of my life, but I ain't been this clairaudient. They be yelling at me now, sis. They yell at me. I get in trouble. The other night I was knocked out asleep. I told you it was a class that I was supposed to take. I'm in the space and the energy of generational wealth, right? There are things that I'm manifesting that just out of this world, right? But it's one class that I need to do to assist with the generational wealth. Assist my daughters, and they've been coming at me. Oh, hi, Andrea. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Tithes and offerings, girl, could go to $ Toya Tarot. No spaces or nothing. Capital T, and then Tarot is in little t. No, you can just hit me up on there on Cash App. Or I will tag that in here or write it under your comment, honey. Hi, Gina. You coming in late, honey, but I just wanted to let you guys know you don't have to choose anything. You don't have to choose a title. You don't have to choose a practice, spiritual practice versus your religion. And if you have to ask what your calling is, it's not time for you to know yet. Focus on your healing. Focus on your manifestations for yourself, because we all have to take care of and tend to the God within us before we can go and give that light out to the world. Okay? Hi, Gina. Before we can give that out to the world, we first got to, give it to ourselves. Okay? You can't give a light to somebody that's dwindling and it's a twinkle, twinkle little star. Okay? Your light needs to be able to shine and let other people see. And also it needs to be lit within you. Hi, Portia. But I'm just saying, like, that's all. That's the word I have for y'all. I had to put it in my, it was in my spirit. Hi, Terry. Hey, Auntie. That's another one. That's another teacher. That's Auntie right there. And Shari, I feel like her name is gonna be Moonchild. But you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. Everybody put God in this box, and the consciousness of God's consciousness in this box, and a white feather is floating past my window right now. But, no. That energy is everywhere in people that you wouldn't even think have the ability to transmute and transfer that kind of healing energy. But you won't know unless you get out of that box that you were placed in. The relationship that you could have with God's source spirit, your ancestors, the universe, is infinite. There is no way that he's just in a measly, or she is just in a measly little box. Hi, Adicia, baby. Hi, Kimberly. There's no way. So you do not have to choose. Oh, Rika, I'm so blessed to be connected to you as well. But you don't have to choose. And if you don't know your calling right now, that's fine. Continue to pray for it or manifest it to come into your life, for you to be spirit-led or led into what it is that your soul is being called to do. But in the meantime, in between time, heal. 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 Worry about you. Manifest your kids. Happiness. Break the chains so you're not passing down fucked up ass ways of being in loving to your kids. Worry about that. And when your elevation comes and when you rise to meet your calling, it will become apparent to you. You won't need to ask anybody. You'll know. And then comes learning. Because if I show y'all my bookcase, y'all will be like, oh my gosh, I ain't even got no room. But trust me, I'm entirely spirit-led and taught by my ancestors. I'm taught by them first, right? But even then, I have to cultivate what it is that I'm told to do. I have to learn. I have to teach myself. I have to learn from others. I have to pull from people. My spirit tells me, every person that I'm listening to or that I learn from, my spirit tells me it's okay. And then they send them to me as well. You understand? I had to know that I don't have to go looking for anything. Any and everything that is mine is supplied to me without fail. I have any and everything that I need abundantly already. I don't got to search and chase nothing. I love you guys so much. That's all I got for you guys. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. But just concern yourself with your healing. Okay? All right, guys, I got to get ready for this reading. I done ran my mouth too much. Wait, what time is it? Okay, I got a little bit of time. I love y'all.